for Nouns DAO, presented by the Nouns Square, who has kept this content coming. Special thanks to houseofnouns.wtf for being the best place to vote and discuss props out there. Excuse my voice this week, I'm under the weather, but we wanted to make sure and get an episode out anyways. So please, make me feel better. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like. Let's make the comment section of this video another place where we can discuss these props moving forward. With all that being said, let's jump right in. Alright, Proposal 256, the first triple backflip in a wheelchair. Proposed by Dorkulus.eth. The TLDR. This proposal is to create an inspiring Nounish documentary that follows Aaron Wheels Fotheringham in his journey to complete the first ever triple backflip in a wheelchair. The documentary will follow Wheels' story as an extreme wheelchair athlete and will be completed within 6 months. Once complete, it will be minted as a Drawposal, with all footage being CC0. 50% of the proceeds from the mint will go to a non-profit that benefits young people affected by spinal injuries. The other 50% will go back to Nouns. As for the budget, it's roughly $160,000, which includes Wheels' compensation of $45,000, a ramp rental, a documentary team, and creating everydayforever.eth to manage and collect other Nouns CC0 footage for a year. There's also a 10% contingency and a 5% compensation, or $7,425 for Nouns 64 for proposing the idea. Nouns 64 is also a videographer who's worked in the music industry. But who's really behind this project? Well, Wheels, who's an extreme wheelchair athlete who's done tricks around the world, including Nitro Circus and America's Got Talent. He'll be posting about the trick and Nouns to his Instagram and TikTok accounts, which have a combined 700,000 followers. There's also Dwight Dorkulus, or Nouns 64. He was a co-founder and CEO of a music NFT company, Mint Songs, which was recently acquired by Napster. The documentary will primarily be shot by Zach Patrick, who is a director, cinematographer, photographer, and drone operator. He has produced content for the likes of Adidas, Marriott, Omni Resorts, Budweiser, and more. As for the community sentiment, with 2 days left to vote on this proposal, it looks like it will pass at 122 votes for and 68 against. On the against side, Nouns Protect said this proposal follows the traditional brand operation mindset of funding special groups and shaping their own brand image, a brand strategy that does not fit with Nouns. On the for side, Noun 40 voted for with 22 votes and said, "Nounishness to me is about playfulness, absurdity, craft, and optimism. And it seems like this is a story that has the potential to capture all of those qualities in a delightful way." Nouners also voted in support of this proposal. The vote ends tomorrow, Thursday evening, around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you haven't voted yet, please go vote. Proposal 257, the Nouns Fair at ETH Global Hackathons, proposed by Meshup.eth. The DLDR. This proposal is to bring the Nouns Fair and introduce the Nouns Prize to 6 ETH Global IRL hackathons. The Nouns Fair is an in-person experience that spreads awareness of nouns among developers, creatives, and entrepreneurs. At Nouns Fair, attendees will have a chance to win cash prizes by building Nounish projects, incentivizing new participants to create and get involved with the Nounish touch. The goal is to use these fairs to onboard smart international builders to create memorable experiences with the Nouns brand and proliferate IRL. The budget for this proposal is $226,000, which works out to about $38,400 for each of the 6 events. The 6 events are in Libsyn, Waterloo, Paris, NYC, Istanbul, and in DevCon, Southeast Asia. This includes a $5,000 Nouns bounty for each event. These prizes will reward builders that use Nouns art, build for the Nouns community, or build public goods using the Nouns. The goal is to have builders onboarded to Nouns just like they already do with other protocols at these events. The budget also covers travel, accommodations, and multimedia and operational costs for the team. But who's the team, you ask? Well, the people behind this proposal are Alejandra and Mano, 2 of the founders of Nouns Amigos, the Nouns community for all Spanish speakers. They've been active in Nouns since 2022 and have previously hosted 3 editions of the Nouns Fair in Mexico, Bogota, and San Francisco. Well, let's talk about the community sentiment. This prop is sure to pass. With 2 days left to vote, they're already at 185 for and 12 against. Now, 12 voted yes with 39 votes and said good feedback on it, good focus, good execution. Let's see what a year of Nouns fairs at EF and ETH Global events accomplish. Now, 40 voted yes and said, love this. I like to focus around a specific vertical and events that they've already shown success in this category. In general, Nouns are supportive of using hackathons in an attempt to noun pill some of the smartest Web3 developers across the world. Voting will end on Saturday, April 1st around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you haven't voted, get out and vote. Proposal 258, the Nouns X web stock in Noun York City, proposed by BimBody.eth. The TLDR. This proposal is for Nouns to become a title partner and prominently displayed at Webstock NYC, a new prominent live music and art event for the Web3 ecosystem at NFT NYC. The partnership will fund a Nouns vendor booth, photo booths, a free POAP claim for tracking conversions, and Nouns prominently displayed across all marketing materials. The event expects to have over 1,500 attendees and 40 performances from creators in the Web3 space. The funding also includes a Nounish activation at the Webstock event during Bitcoin 2023 in Miami. As for the budget, the cost is 10 ETH for the title partnership, which will put Nouns front and center across the event. It's noted in the proposal that analytics will be tracked during and after the event, such as social engagement, Nouns.wtf website traffic, and POAP mints. They'll all be reported after the event is over. Webstock is a live entertainment organization focused on the Web3 music industry, aiming to create a more equitable music industry. They're organizing concerts, festivals, networking events, and real-world experiences for the Web3 music ecosystem. They've previously organized events in New York, Las Vegas, Miami, and London. Brian Stollery is the CEO and is a 15-year veteran of the live music business in New York City. Blooms is also a part of the proposal, a Nounish builder who has previously been funded and assisted on several Nounish activations and proposals. Well, let's talk about the community sentiment. This proposal is currently off to a very rocky start, with 50 votes against and only 1 vote for. 2 votes against came from the Nounder Seneca. Krell voted no with 2 votes and said, I think this is a fine cause and initiative, but it's hard for me to get excited by Nouns involvement. Just slapping noggles on stuff is not very interesting, and I think a pretty poor way of spreading Nouns. One concern is that this proposal is coming too close to the event in FT NYC. Bixbyte said in the Jungle Discord, it will not be known if this prop is passed until April 1st. That gives you 1 week to have all of your marketing materials designed, manufactured, and delivered. I love the idea, it just feels a bit rushed. In response, Bloom said that the timing won't be an issue and the partnership goes beyond this one event. The voting is currently open, but I guess we won't know how this will end until 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, April 1st. That does it for this episode of Prop Talk, the voter companion show for Nouns DAO. We appreciate so much any time that you can interact with the content because it really helps us stay motivated and keep going. Thanks again to the Noun Square and houseofnouns.wtf. And thanks again for all of you who are here listening. Stay Nounish.